Hey Hip Chicks, I am a little under the weather. I just got out of a warm shower and am reminded of how many people I keep seeing on social media talking about their frozen pipes. So if you have frozen pipes, you are not enjoying a nice warm shower like I just did. Let's talk about the key things to dealing with those frozen pipes. Now make sure you subscribe because we have lots of great content coming. But let's talk about the key aspects. If the temperature outside is going below 20, that increases your risk of frozen pipes. Where do those pipes freeze? Generally, it's in crawl spaces, basement ceilings, and it can be in attics. Wherever you don't have a lot of insulation and you don't have finished walls, that's where you want to be looking. Now, what do you do if you find you have a frozen pipe? Well, how do you even know it's frozen? What you want to look for is no flow in your tap. You want to look and see if possible. Do you see ice on the pipes? Do you literally see ice forming on the outside of a pipe? Do you see a crack? Do you see ice coming through? And do you see dripping? Do you have an active leak? So there are different stages. There is the frozen pipe and then there is the thawing pipe. So if you find you have a frozen pipe, you want to turn off the water main. Now, if you don't know where your water main is, make sure that you go over to my website, DIYHIPChicks.com, and sign up for my 8-day scavenger hunt. I'm going to take you on a little hunt around your house so that you know where all these important things are. But make sure you turn off the main, and then you're going to go to the faucet that is closest to where you have that leak or that frozen pipe, so that when you open that faucet, any water that's in the drain will exit. Next up, you need to understand that the damage to a pipe can happen in a short time. It could be 6 hours or it could be 3 days. You don't know what the threshold is for that particular pipe that will take it from frozen to cracked and leaking. So if you have a frozen pipe, what you're going to do is get your hair dryer. And you're going to put it on a warm setting and you are going to warm that area so you can break up that ice inside. You want to, again, have that drain, the faucet open so that as you thaw it, the water can move. You might hear some gurgling, bubbling, crackling. There might be some air in that line. You might hear the ice. It could take 35 to 40 minutes for you to be warming this with a hair dryer. You can also use a heat gun. Be careful, you don't need it right up against it, but you want to keep moving as you break up that ice inside. Now, remember, not all frozen pipes will burst, but if it does, it's really great for you to have water alarms. I'm going to do a whole episode on water alarms because I'm a big fan of them, but make sure that you have some water alarms that you can put under that area so that if it does burst, you know, and you are prepared to deal with the mess. Do drains freeze? That's a question that I've seen people asking. Yes, drains can freeze, whether they are steel or they are PVC. So if that happens, you can try putting warm water down a drain and hope that it will kind of break away at the frozen area and work its way through. How do you prevent frozen pipes? Well, one of the key things is keep your heat at 55 or higher. Add insulators. Pipe insulators do work. You can buy these pre-slit, pre-cut. They come in 4-foot lengths, and they even come with T's and L's for all of the turns. So you would add these to the crawl space, the basement ceiling, all of those places where you don't have drywall and insulation. The other thing is you want to leave your faucet on a trickle so that it drips when you go to bed or you're not at home. Otherwise, you want to be using your faucets and drains and flushing toilets every 2 hours, 3 hours when the temperatures really dip so that you know water keeps moving. Think of a pond versus a creek. A moving body of water does not freeze as fast as a still body. The other thing is to open up the cabinets where your kitchen sink faucet is, your bathroom vanity. Open those up so that the warm air can migrate better. That does not mean you should put space heaters in cabinets. That's a no-no. That creates a fire hazard. So please subscribe, tune back in. We're going to be doing more on water alarms because I can tell you horror stories, and I have saved students a lot of money, stress, and time by using water alarms, and I will show you what kinds to get. So stick around, subscribe, and thank you again for being here, and I hope that you don't have any frozen pipes at your house.